RDO representative of DepEd, Mr. Sarapion Gongona Jr., to my former teachers who are around, members of the faculty, parents, graduates, a pleasant afternoon. So I just say it's already evening. But as I stand here, and I'm looking at you graduates, when I was seated where you're seated right now, I did not think that I would be 40 years old. Nor I thought that I would be losing much of my hair. But I take it easy about my hair. What I realized and believed then is one day I will stand again here and deliver an inspirational message. I still remember when I delivered my valedictorian. I can imagine that this lectern cracked due to the nervousness and even heard the eating sound. Eek. But now 23 years had passed and I've heard of my achievement. I believe I can manage my nervousness. Well, you will need that. Especially if you will be in your careers, at times that you would stand in front of many people. That is the signal. If you feel this nervousness, that is the signal that you're ready for an action. I remember that time when our guest speaker, Mrs. Felicitas Albay, discussed about our theme, and that was peace and order for national progress and unity. I made a realization that this event is really very significant. Now as I stand here, I realize three things. First is time really passes so fast. And this is something that we cannot turn back. And this is something that we need to maximize. Second, I realize that dreams do come true. Especially for those who dream and live their dreams. And the third, I realized that Saban National High School is a maker of world-class professionals. So in this group, I believe that we will be producing world-class professionals. When I say world-class professionals, doesn't mean that you have to travel around the world. Being world-class professional is doing the best, not necessarily being the best. Now, I am your Kuya Ariel. For 23 years, I've learned a lot. So I would like to leave you some principles, some philosophies that I adhered. Which I may say, right now I am successful contributing to nation building, putting up my own office and as a Blazewick's training and research services. The first word that I want to share, or probably one of the keys that I want to share, is attitude. So let me give you this A that stands for attitude. I understand that there are some of my classmates who are here, and then they knew how hard I worked during our time. That I have sold a lot of vegetables of different kinds around the barangays. Some of my classmates would see me in our farm over there, planting during weekends. I weaved and sorted out to do a lot of things, and I consider those challenges as perpetual or never-ending tasks that I have to do every weekend for 4 years, not even having baon most of the time. But because of my positive attitude, thinking about my future, and according to Stephen Covey, if you want to be successful, you think with the end in mind. What would you like to be in the future? And you have to prepare yourself for that. And you have to work for that. And I told myself, so what if I was born poor? No one will blame me being born poor. The problem is, if you grow old and you die poor, people will blame you because they will ask you, what did you do? Why did you not improve your life? So attitude is very important. We live in a world of opposites. It's not all about successes. We also live for failures. I had my own failures, but I will not list all these failures because I don't want you to celebrate failures. But believe me, failures will come. But for a learned individual, you will surpass all these challenges. So that is about attitude. The second word or key that I want you to adhere on as you traverse on your own journey is about resilience. So that's letter R. Resilience meaning being flexible. Once I was asked, Ariel, do you believe that a circle can fit on a square hole? Smartly I said yes. Because as a person who is flexible, now that I travel almost around the world and in dealing with international people, I have to understand culture. Graduates, you will be in your next journey, and that's to study in college. And you will really feel that college life is different from high school. And you will be doing a lot of adjustments. So please be resilient. And I go for the next letter, which is I, which for me, this is innovation. We live in a world of talents, creativity, and ideas. We're now in the era of Facebook. We're now in the era of just texting your message, and your message can reach even as far as Europe in just one click. How I wish we had that time when I was selling this garapon of candies to my classmates. I would ask them, nasa na yung garapon ko? Magbayad kayo mamaya. How I wish I could have just texted them, but we didn't have any cell phone by that time. So innovation, thinking of something new, infusing your life with vitamin C, and that's creativity. So know your talents, hone it, improve it, and then add more your ideas. So you have to thank your teachers, your parents, and even your classmates for the gifts of learning, because they will all be your tool for the nation building. So I gave you A, attitude, R, resilience. What's the I? Innovation. And then we will go for letter E. What do you think is letter E? Education. Be Anna to increase your education. What do I mean by Anna? Atak na atak. Okay? To increase your education. Well, Madame Bellores have listed in my academic achievements. But it, of course, will require a lot of time, a lot of money, because education is very expensive. But if, just in case, you will be working first before you go to college, please manage to save money and continue to study, because it will be your advantage. We're now in a world with cutthroat competition. So if you want to be successful, if you want to work to emerge as a winner, if you want to reach your goals, educate yourself. And let me give you the last letter, letter L. And what do you think is letter L?
Learning.
Love. I heard our valedictorian this evening, and then she inspired me of mentioning a lot of people that she loved. But the love here that I want you to understand is about your love to your parents. Wherever you go, no matter how far the distance you will reach, never ever forget them. Because your children too will do the same. So we know that love is a man-centered thing, and not explain that any further because your teachers have already let you understand what love is. So graduates, parents, if you notice, those are the key, or the key between some of the philosophies that I have here, and that is simply my name, Ariel. And you can also have your name, to be your guiding principle. It may not be complete, but somehow you have lots of philosophies that you want to adhere to in order to be successful. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Think about the philosophies that I share for you to be able to contribute to the nation building. Our country needs you. So graduates of class 2012, good luck in your journey and congratulations.